The record. So for this story, LAMA GCUI display governing MSA's QST, we have to already in the LAMA GCUI display, we have 4 tables, 2 for MSA and 2 for PSA agreements. And this QST is code special term. It's related to MSA agreements. So we have to display that QST. We have to create a new table under the 2 MSA tables as a third table. So that is what they ask. And coming to the component part, under the related section, we have created two LWC components, basically one for displaying all these tables, and one component for this view all functionality. So in this one, no, like we'll have only limited records here, even though here it will be displaying the in the title, then the count will be displayed. So here it is 8, and we'll show only 5 records on all each tables. And once you click on this view all, you will be able to see the entire records. So that is how it is designed. Previously, it was like we don't have this view all and all. It was recently implemented. That is one thing. And previously, how we have implemented is we have created one LWC component for one table. So for 2 tables, we had 2 different LWC components, but the ask was they wanted 2 more tables. So we cannot create a number of components just for this displaying this records, right? So what we have thought of doing is we thought of having only one LWC component and making it dynamic. Even the columns header will be dynamic, so that even if a number of tables comes up in future, no, we can utilize the same component for all the tables. So that is why we did like that. And if you see here, the table name is CLM GCUI display. This is the base component where you will be having the lightning data table, and all the columns and all, no, this column data table columns and all, this will be coming from the custom metadata. So let me open this. Connected callback get table info. So from here, if you see, no, these we will be passing the table name, global company ID, and record counts to display. It means this global company ID is the GCID, this company ID, and we'll be passing the table name, because in order to differentiate between these many tables, no, we should know, like we need a unique identifier. So we'll be passing this table name. And then records to fetches, like how many records you wanted to display in the this page, this related list page. This is customizable. Maybe if you want, you can have it as 5 or 7. So we need not go and come back and touch this code and all, no. So we kept it configurable. And this table, only the record ID we will be passing from this method, and this table name and record counts to display, no, this will be coming from the if you go to app builder, this is the global companies page, okay, here. And this global company page, if you go to edit page, you will land on this. So here, if you see, we are passing the, for CLM GCUI display component, LWC component, we are passing the table name and how many records you wanted to display in the initial page. So that is how you're passing. So for the second table, it varies, right? So with this, we can uniquely identify from which table this we wanted, I mean, what data we wanted to render. And we have a custom metadata. We need to store this column somewhere, right? This column. So we'll have only the datas in the backend. So for this, columns, we have to, what we have done is we have created a custom metadata record. So under custom metadata types, we have PASKU add-on settings. So under this, we'll have for each table, no, we have created a separate entry. So say, for example, for MSA, This is for PSA and let it load. So label we have kept it as the table name.
Yeah.
And then the column fields and all we are passing, I mean we are setting it here, what are the columns and what are the types, field name, what you want. So all these configurations that we pass to data table, lightning data table, so we stored it here. And then we have to get the corresponding datas, right, for this table, what datas you want. So that query, no, that query also we have added it here.
Okay.
So with this fields, we have this, and also likewise, you will be storing the query as well as the column headers and the table name. So this is the custom metadata. So you can go to this metadata and then see like how it is configured. And already for QST table, Kiran have created the entry, but then this is the duplicate one. I mean, for MSA table we used it. So just for now, like we have added it since the requirement was not clear at that point. So what you can do, you need not create new entry. You can go and just change the column fields and query string accordingly.
Okay.
Okay. So this is about the UI part and controller, no, like you, wait, let me open the JS part. The controller name is LAMA GCUI controller, right? So get table info. You can go to this controller, and in this controller, it implements this interface. This interface has only one method, get table info. So this will be implemented here, and this table info will be passing the table name, global company ID, and how many records to fetch, right? So we have how many 4 tables we have it, right? So instead of creating 4 different controllers, no, I mean we have only one base component. So but then we have 4 different datas to be populated based on the table name. So what we are doing is we are calling get instance method. This method will uniquely identify which controller we need to call. Okay, so that we will be identifying based on the agreement type. So if you see here, we are calling this get instance and we are passing the table name. So this table name will have the unique name, right? Where is the so the controller is created in such a way that that controller name will have this table name as a value. So prefix will be always LAMA GCUI and the suffix will be controller, and here the table name will be passed here. So this table name is the agreement type that we are passing. So we have 4 controllers for now. For each and every table, we have different controllers. For example, this LAMA GCUI MSA agreement controller is one among them. So likewise, you will have for PSA agreement table, you have LAMA GCUI PSA agreement controller. So in that way, if you wanted to render the PSA agreements, this is PSA, right? So what will happen, that controller will call this get instance, and this will instantiate this one, LAMA GCUI PSA controller. So LAMA GCUI PSA. So from here, this get table info will be called, and then the table config here is where the table config data and all will be getting from the metadata that we used to store it, right, in the custom metadata. These data and all here we'll be getting based on the table name, because the table name is the label that we are given.
Yeah.
So that's it. And we have a wrapper created, Rajendra, because like in one or two tables, no, like I think this is second table. So in second table, there are these last three fields are there, right? LAMA auto linked and all agreement. What is this? 1 minute. Agreement family score only. These are all not the actual fields. It is the field that we are displaying based on the calculation on the runtime. So for that purpose, no, like we have stored that fields on based, we do some calculations and then we put that data in the wrapper, and then we'll pass the wrapper all together to the table, because we are not only rendering the agreement records, but also the account objects records and few other data and all. That is the reason we have the wrapper class. The wrapper is LAMA GCUI wrapper is the one. GCUI data wrapper. So this is the one we have created for that. So this is how currently the system is working. So for you have to analyze on what is that QST, because under LAMA, no, for now we are not dealing with code special term and all. We are not using that anywhere on the LAMA process. So you have to see what is that code special term, how it is depending on account records and all, and then you analyze that, and then you can go through this existing report. This is the report that is there on the prod, so you can see like how it is fetched. You'll be able to access this.
Yes, yes.
So you can just check like what is how they have rendered, and here already they have given the query like what are the data you have to fetch, and you see what you can do for under one company. No, we'll have n number of accounts linked to the company, and that accounts will have many agreements linked to it. So if you wanted to fetch the code special term, you have to I don't know for now. Previously, they were telling like what we assumed is like we will be there is a CPQ team who deals with that codes and all. So we thought of asking them the service, asking them to provide the service for us. So if we pass the accounts, they will be providing us the code special terms, codes and all. So that was our assumption was. But then I think business is asking us, rather than going to that team, no, we directly fetch all the data objects we want. So that is what they are telling, but we have to see like what data and all necessary. You can just check with Harish also. If you're not aware and all, no, like you can check. This is the report. You can see how is accounts, codes and special terms 3 or later. And we have team members as well available. Maybe Mathur and all, he's also a developer, and testing also you can check with Nimisha. I think you can check with Shakti whom to reach out. But then before reaching, you just analyze like what are the how code special term and what are the fields available, how do we fetch the query they have shared. No, you can just see like how they have take how what are the data we want, and you can use this query and try to fetch and see like how it is. And I think already there is one quip document available. I don't know whether it is attached in the story. No, I think. Let me share you that that quip document. That will be helpful, I believe, because business, I was asking few questions initially, and they gave some reply to that and all. So I will share you. I'll check and I'll share you that quip. That will be helpful, Rajendra.
Okay. Do we have the list of columns confirmed?
I am not sure. At that point, it was not confirmed, but you go through the story. What is this spike? This is the store. I mean, this is the quip document I was. They just have shared the query, but not sure like what are the fields. I think if they share the query, I think these are the fields we have to show and all. I'm not 100% sure, Rajendra. You can check with Harish. Is this the query?
This document.
Yeah, you go through the script document, and it's only from this one you can go through. These are all other requirements. Okay, this GCUI and all. Your part is from this only. QST new table to show, and I have raised few questions and all like initially when the story has come, but this requirement was not clear at that point, was not complete. That is why we didn't take this up. So now you just see like I also have raised few questions and they replied also. So if you go through, you'll get some idea.
Okay.
And let us know, Rajendra, if you have any questions or not.
Yeah, sure.
And you can check with Kiran once, like whom do you want to reach. I think Mathur will be aware, or QA people also from CPQ team, they will be able to help you if you have some doubt on the QST, like how to, where all the fields will be available. If you have something more, then you can check with them.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Deepa. Thank you so much.
Okay, any other questions, Rajendra, for now?
Mm, I need to work on only one data table, right?
One?
Data table.
Yeah,
Clear.
yeah, only one data table.
Okay. Right. So clear. I need to write the confirmation.
Yeah. First, you go through this today.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this will not take much time because we are all there. No, like we'll tell you where to add and all. So this will not be a problem. And already the controller is also created for QST also. Just you have to add your logic there. QST, I don't know whether he pushed it or not. QST, okay, it is not there. You can create that custom metadata record also. It's already been created. So only thing is we have to understand more on the QST, because even for us it is, for me also it is new. We have not displayed any code special term earlier or to this LAMA UI. So it might take some time, but then get help from Harish. And if want or no, you can check with that QA people, so that they will let you know like where to fetch and all. You see the existing records.
Okay. In the data table itself, we need to display.
Yeah,
So
yeah, you can. Yeah, that data table. So if you wanted to display in the same data table here and all, you need not touch anything. The only place where you have to modify is on the this one, QS custom metadata. So if you provide if the field names are confirmed, and if you are aware like where we have to fetch and all, if the query and the fields are confirmed, then you are good. You need not make any change on the component level. It's all set.
for the code special terms,
Yeah.
in the if in a logical, I think I need to do. I need to update it in wrapper class.
Ah, if some fields are new, no, then you have to update the wrapper class. Backend part, you have to see Apex class, you have to make some changes and all. In the LWC component, I believe you don't require any change for now. Let's see.
Got it. Yeah.
Because everything is this configure, no, so immediately connected callback will be called whenever you render, and this get table info will be taking all the details from the this one app builder. So you have to add your table here somewhere, and then you have to enter the table name. You have to give some name, unique name. That's it. On the UI part, I'm telling. On the LWC component part, I'm telling. But for the logic, definitely I have to work on the controller.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. For now, if you want for testing purpose, no, you can CLM. What you can do, you can drag and drop here. Let me drag and below the MSA, right? Okay. And then give some name, QST, MSA QST.
Not visible, Divya.
Sorry.
Your screen is not visible.
Sorry. Oh, instead of stopping the recording, one